Good morning, everyone. Day 108 on the trail. I pushed on to Duncannon, stayed at Kinda Outdoorsy Hostel. Got a late start, 8:30. So I just got coffee and a bagel. And I'm going to get on trail. Supposed to do 11 today to Peter's Mountain Shelter. Hopefully that'll work out, but I am expecting a call from my friend. Remember I told you I'd talk to his class. He wants to do it with another class this morning, but I haven't heard back from him. So I'm hoping he gives me a call, but we'll see. All right, let me get going. I gotta go through Duncannon, go across the river, and then it's a big climb. So I'll have to see. I think I'm lost. I know the trail made a turn. I don't know if I'm supposed to go down that road. All right, I'll get back to you. That's the Juniata River. Look how wide it is. It doesn't seem to be very deep. And when it does, it dumps into that river, which is the Susquehanna. I'll be going, sorry about the noise. I'll be going across the Susquehanna because the trail is going to come all the way there to climb up that ridge. So, got a heck of a morning ahead of me. All right, very good. We'll see you up the trail. All right, crossing the Susquehanna River. On the Clark Ferry Bridge Company Bridge or something like that. All right, let me get going. I imagine up there where those cars are parked is the trailhead. I don't know. Must have been a mayfly hatching, because as I'm walking on this bridge, tons of them are flying up in my face. It's trout season. There's one. Can you see it? Let me see if I can get a shot of it. Just a little extra about the mayfly that I didn't say earlier today. Mayfly larvae or nymphs live in streams, and they have to be well oxygenated streams. Matter of fact, mayflies are what we call an indicator species of a stream that has good air oxygen levels. After spending a year as a larva or a nymph, in a stream, they'll undergo metamorphosis similar to caterpillars turning into butterflies. And what the nymphs will do is they'll pupate and they'll crawl up on some vegetation near the stream, pupate. When the adult emerges and the wings fully form and extend, the mayflies will have a life expectancy of 1 to 2 weeks. I believe that they don't even eat as an adult. I think their sole purpose is to mate and lay eggs. And that's essentially what adult mayflies do. They have a very short life expectancy. They'll mate. The female will drop eggs into the water, and those eggs will hatch into nymphs that'll live in the stream. When the mayflies do come out as adults, it's like a trout feeding frenzy. That's all these mayflies will end up on the water and get eaten up. Pretty interesting stuff. Mayflies. It means it's good trout fishing time. So, sorry about that. Time to go trout fishing when the mayflies hatch. Harder to catch because they have a choice: your fly or a real mayfly. So, all right, let me get going. I'm just about to where I have to get in the woods. Okay, the hike up to the ridge from Duncannon wasn't nearly as bad as I had seen people talk about in videos. It was a slog. It was a couple mile slog, but once you're up here, it's fine. This is the trail right alongside all these slanted rocks here on the ridge. But what I want to show you, all the haze from the Canadian wildfires. Look at that. Wow. It's gonna be a hazy couple days, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna move on, get this walk done with, and get to camp. All right, finally hit some nice trail. I tell you, the ridge was a boulder scramble. The ridge was harder to do than the climb. I tell you. All right. Right near the Clark's Ferry shelter. I'll probably take a pack off break there and then move on. Susquehanna River. And the haze from the Canadian fires. Wow. You can smell that campfire smell. You can smell the fact that it's from fires. Okay. Here's a striped maple. One of the biggest trunks I've ever seen, but you can still see the white lines in it. Doesn't have that smooth green bark except around the white lines. Maybe you can see it. Little patches of the light green, but you see the white lines. But of course the leaves are pretty distinctive. Figures I can't reach it. There you go. The leaves are pretty distinctive. But like I said, that tree's a good 20 foot and change tall. That's probably one of the biggest striped maples I've ever seen. Here's one I haven't done in a while, and now that we got leaves on it. This is white oak. Characteristic of the white oak, rounded lobes, deep sinuses, but rounded lobes. All right. Remember, oaks are classified into two groups for the most part for lumbering reasons: white oaks and red/black oaks, red oaks. The red oak group have points at the end of the lobes, often with bristles. The white oaks have rounded lobes, such as the chestnut oak. All right. White oak acorns are a little longish. If I remember correctly, they mature in 1 year, and they drop around September. elaborate shelter. It's got its own deck. Peter's Mountain Shelter. This is where I had planned to stay, but I'm going to push on. Okay. We got some woodpecker hole here. Large rectangular holes are pileated woodpeckers. And if you look inside, let's see if I can get it. You can see it's all termite ridden. So you know what they're looking for. Let's see if I can get this in. Oh. Hang on. There you go. Now you can see how the wood is all caverned out by insects. Most likely termites. This is a natural hole, but it's to show how heart rotted. Oh, there's a carpenter ant. Oh, it's not it. It's not termites. It's carpenter ants. Termites are more subterranean. All right. Okay, everybody. Tenting. Yes, I got my tent out. I'm at the north end of the ridge. I've been walking all day. I'm at a tent site, and I stopped here for a couple of reasons. One is I'm tired. Two, good cell service, so I got to make calls. And it's a nice site. So I'm all set. That'll be the end of the day. Everything was a haze today, and I'm hoping, unfortunately all those trees are in the way, but when the sun peeks through, it's such a bright orange that I'm hoping I get a shot of it before the end of the night through the trees, but I can't promise anything. That's the end of the day. End of the day. I ate already. Everything's good. And I'll see you in the morning.